Following last Tuesday's tornadoes, cleanup efforts are still in full swing across the Mid-Ohio Valley. Our Gavin Carrick was out today seeing the progress and what some neighbors are still waiting on.
Cleanup efforts are in full swing after last Tuesday's tornadoes ripped through the Mid-Ohio Valley. At Riverview Estates RV Park, debris is still piled up in spots, but crews have already cleared down trees and limbs. The biggest concern here now is getting power restored for everyone who still doesn't have it. In St. Mary's, 93R Radio is also starting to get back on its feet after the storms took down its radio tower. Crews from Mountain State Gas in Pennsboro spent the morning clearing twisted metal and debris, and co-owner Scott Northcraft says he's grateful for the quick help.
Yeah, they've been here since about 10 o'clock this morning, and we'll probably have all this out of here today. I'm amazed. I got here just after 11, and they had a lot done just when I got here, so it's amazing what they can do with all of their tools.
Northcraft is thankful to have power back at the station, but worries for some of the local neighbors that are still without.
We were fortunate to have power back by Wednesday night, I believe. Some of the other neighbors still don't have power up here. Water, I believe, was the longest that we waited for. That was probably Thursday or Friday before we had water back. But I know they were hit pretty hard out the road here, too.
The station expects a new tower in 3 to 4 months, and for now, they're broadcasting at reduced power.
Well, we're back on the air, which is a good thing. We're on reduced power, but hey, anything is better than where we were last Tuesday. So, yeah, we're doing much better. We're on the first steps to getting back to where we need to be by getting the old tower removed. As you can see in the background, our friends at Mountain Gas Services in Pennsboro came over this morning and are removing the old tower out.
Cleanup is expected to continue across the region in the days ahead. Reporting from St. Mary's, Gavin Carrick, WTAP News.